Do like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Asiyah bint Muzahim. When we are talking about Asiyah radiallahu anha, it is completely phenomenal who this woman managed to become despite being married to Fir'aun. There isn't much about her in her biography, but it is mentioned that she was a beautiful, rich woman and she had come from a rich family. She was known for her generosity. The story starts off from when one day she was along with her maids near the banks of River Nile, and her maids saw a basket flowing towards them, and they opened the basket. They found a baby, which was Musa alayhi salam. When Asiyah radiallahu anha saw the baby, she was completely fallen in love with him. Asiyah radiallahu anha and Fir'aun did not have children, so she took the baby to Fir'aun and she said, "A comfort for the eye, for me and for you," meaning, "Let us keep this child with us." Fir'aun replied, "For you he may be, but not for me." Fir'aun wanted to kill the baby, fearing he might be one of the children of Israel, because Fir'aun had seen a dream of a boy from Bani Israel would be the cause of his destruction and downfall of his kingdom. Therefore, he was killing each and every male child of Bani Israel born every alternate year. Musa alayhi salam was then raised as a prince in the palace. Asiyah radiallahu anha took care of Musa alayhi salam as her own child, and she had appointed Musa's mother as a witness, not knowing that she was his actual mother. Fir'aun was the most tyrannical and disbelieving people on the earth. He was an arrogant oppressor and tyrant, known for his torture and transgression. He was a powerful, wealthy pharaoh who considered himself God. When Musa alayhi salam was given prophethood and he was conveying the message of Islam, Asiyah radiallahu anha believed in Musa alayhi salam and she started to practice the religion without Fir'aun recognizing her that she was one of Musa alayhi salam's followers. Then an incident took place. The hairdresser of the daughter of Fir'aun was doing her hair and the comb fell down. While picking it up, she said, "Bismillah, in the name of Allah." Hearing this, Fir'aun's daughter was stunned and she went and related it to her father. Fir'aun asked the guards to summon her in front of him. When it turned out that she was a believer in Musa's God, Fir'aun ordered his men to prepare a pit with hot oil for this woman to be thrown, and she had 5 children. Fir'aun started to throw each of her children one by one, and she sees her children burn and cried to death. Before Fir'aun threw her last child, she asked, "Would you fulfill my last wish?" Fir'aun agreed as he said out of pride, "What is it that I cannot fulfill?" And she asked Fir'aun to bury her and her children together in a grave so that they can be together in the Akhirah. And then a miracle occurs. Her baby starts to speak, and this baby is amongst the 3 babies who spoke while they were infants. And it says, "O mother, we are on the truth. Verily our place is in Jannah." And Fir'aun too witnesses this miracle, and the last baby and his mother were both thrown into the pit. Witnessing the incident, disguised Asiyah radiallahu anha walks up to Fir'aun and she says, "O Fir'aun, I have disbelieved in you. I don't care what you are going to do to me. I believe in the Lord of Musa, the Lord of the worlds." And Fir'aun became furious. He dragged her to the desert, tied her and tortured her. She had no one to support her because Musa alayhi salam wasn't there, and her maids were quiet because they feared the Fir'aun. Amidst the torture, she looks up into the sky and she says, "O Allah, build me a house with you in paradise." And therefore, when Fir'aun was torturing her, she laughed. because Allah showed Asiyah radiallahu anha her palace in paradise. Fir'aun was confused and he said to the guards how crazy she was, and he asked them to tie her in the highest cliff and push down a boulder which would smash her body into pieces. But at that very moment, Allah took the soul of Asiyah radiallahu anha before they even pushed the boulder. So it fell on a lifeless body of Asiyah radiallahu anha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted her dua and her soul drifted into the heavenly abode towards her Rabb. This was Asiyah radiallahu anha, who our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to be the greatest woman of all the time. Despite the luxuries and riches she had in the worldly life, she preferred to choose an abode with her Lord. She was a woman of Akhirah, the queen of Jannah. Her life conveys an extraordinary example not only for men but also to the women, wherein she exhibited her willingness to die because of her faith in Allah. May Allah help us to strive for an abode that is eternal and make us among the righteous of His slaves like Asiyah radiallahu anha. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.